If you're looking to make some fast and easy money in GTA Online for this week, well, you're in the right place because Rockstar has dropped a few money bonuses with this weekly update that I think are perfect for solo players or even casual grinders alike. Honestly, if you aren't sick of MC sales yet and you still have the tolerance for doing more of those, or if you're looking to stack some other quick payouts between some other missions and content you may be farming, today's solo money making guide will walk you through the best ways to take advantage of this week's money making opportunities in GTA Online. So thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and let's get started. First up, let's talk about the big bonus for players this week, and that is 2 times money on all counterfeit cash sale missions, both for your actual counterfeit cash factory, which for example we're in right now, and the actual MC business itself, but this also applies to the associated nightclub goods, which at the nightclub are the cash creation products. A full stock level of your counterfeit cash factory will now be selling for $992,280 in an invite-only lobby, or if you sell in a public session for the max high demand bonus, you're looking at $1,488,780 from a single counterfeit cash sale, and that is like best case scenario right there. But with the free hands-on car wash opportunity this week, because remember that business is actually completely 100% free for players, there's no reason not to obtain one, because just by owning that business do you get a 35% buff to the sale value of your counterfeit cash at your MC business. So let's say, for example, you own all 3 upgrades. You own your equipment upgrade to speed up your production rate at this business. You own the staff upgrade so that you can also speed up your rate of production on top of that, but also improve the overall value of your product when you sell it. And then of course your security upgrade to, well, reduce the chance of raids. And then let's say on top of all this, you also own yourself a mansion and you attribute your business production boost for the day to your counterfeit cash business. Well, not only do you completely eliminate your MC raids entirely with the mansion security that stacks on top of your actual individual dedicated MC business security upgrades that you own, but you're also making over $536,000 per hour with this business. That is a ridiculous amount of money for any business that generates product in the background for you. That being said, the sale missions with the MC businesses in general are really boring because you have 3 really boring and slow sale vehicles, and that's a total snooze fest in my opinion. And in a public lobby, if you really want to risk it all for that 1.5x max high demand bonus, you're going to have your 2 remaining vehicles that you sell while you sell your first one just sitting there at your spawn point like sitting ducks. But nonetheless, you can do 1 resupply and sell, that way you'll always guarantee yourself a single sale vehicle. Or what you can also try, which is what we're going to do since we're sitting at max stock right now, is we're just going to cycle through sale missions over and over and over until we get the single delivery truck. With this method, yes, you're going to sacrifice a little bit of product each time, but it's still a viable enough strategy for money making and saving time on the total sale mission length, especially when you think of the fact that you have your hands-on car wash 35% sale buff, as well as the mansion production speed boost, both working for you simultaneously this week. And again, if you have your mansion production boost applied, that is going to cut down your production time by 66%. Essentially, you're getting a 200% production speed boost with the mansion boost. So instead of it taking 5 hours and 20 minutes to max out your stock value with this business, you're bringing that time all the way down to 1 hour and 47 minutes, which is really not bad at all. So let's hit the sale button. Let's sell long distance for the maximum amount of money, and let's get this party started. Will we be getting an actual good sale vehicle? No, we're gonna get the planes. So let's keep cycling this until we get the trucks, because ain't no way I am selling these dodos. Thank the Lord we got the truck. What a pull. So we have 45 minutes to deliver a single vehicle, 3.87 miles. And we're good to go. I mean, this really is the best case scenario for the MC business. Sometimes you can end up cycling the sale mission 2, 3, 4. I've gone all the way up to 7 times of needing to restart the sale mission. And at that point, if you go up above maybe 3 times and you still don't have the correct sale vehicle that you want, honestly, I would recommend just letting it fill back up and then trying again. And or if you're someone like me who, you know, still wants to make money from MC businesses, but doesn't want to do these really dumb, annoying MC sale missions, well, you can still make money from the MC businesses by resupplying them like normal and then just selling that product to the street dealers. In the case of these MC product or the counterfeit cash sale missions being double, that's not going to be double if you sell the street dealers, right? Because those are counted as separate bonuses. Sometimes we've had double or even triple money on the street dealer sales, but that's just the way I continue to make money from MC businesses. I don't bother really doing these sale missions anymore. I never really bothered doing them in the first place, but especially if you're building up a new character or something. I mean, there's so many other things to do nowadays in GTA. You have Cayo Perico, the Dr. Dre contract, Cluck and Bell, Oscar Guzman flies again as a quest line. You have the new No Way Out missions. You have the Salvage Yard, Garment Factory, Auto Shop. You have all the other stuff at the agency when it comes to the payphone hits, security contracts. You could do exporting mixed goods. You could do the bike deliveries. You could do the ammunition contracts at the bunker. You can call up Johan and source nightclub goods. You could do so many other forms of active grinding content to make money that I just feel like when it comes to selling MC product, I still don't even want to bother. Sure, it's good money, especially with the money fronts buffs. If you have Smoke on the Water, you get a 35% buff to the grass farm. If you have the Counterfeit Cash Factory, or excuse me, the Hands-on Car Wash, you get the 35% sale buff to the Counterfeit Cash Factory, things of the like. But honestly, there's so many other things I'd rather do in this game that the MC business grind is a whole grind in and of itself. And at the end of the day, that's going to be the last thing I personally want to do. If you enjoy it, great. Definitely not for me. Oh my god, I can't believe he's still on the bike. That's crazy. Honestly, God bless that NPC. I'm just going to let him live just for that. We're pulling up on the location and our destination of dropping off our counterfeit money. We're going to make our $992,000. I'm not selling this in a public session, again, just because I couldn't guarantee a single sale vehicle with max product anyway. But give me the $1 million. I'm not going to bother doing this a single extra time this week. I mean, maybe what I will do is just do one resupply and then sell. That way I can always get a single sale vehicle no matter what it is. Then I'll fly the dodo. I'll fly the buzzer around. I'll take the boat, or I'll even do a Trash Master mission. But when it comes to multiple sale vehicles, typically at that point, I would only at most want to do maybe like the motorcycles. The boats, driving 3 boats is mad annoying. Same with flying 3 dodos. The buzzards aren't that bad, but still, it's just the total time. I don't want to spend 20 minutes delivering stuff, so hard pass for me. Next up, another bonus I want to talk about today is the double money and double RP opportunity on the Operation Paper Trail missions, the ULP missions that you can play here in GTA Online. They released with the Criminal Enterprises DLC update. These are also 4 times for GTA Plus members, which is really, really cool. On double money, I'm not quite too sure how much we're going to make, so I want to jump in, play it on hard mode for the additional 1.5x RP in cash, and just see how much we can make. If you have GTA Plus though, at 4 times money, these could actually be worth farming this week, depending on the ease of the mission, how long they take you, and of course, how much money you're actually going to be making. But I'm super curious, so let me buy some ammo, let me buy some armor, and let's jump in. This is the second mission to the finale. So it's not the finale mission, but it's the second to last, and the reason I want to play this one is because I think it's the most fun. It takes place at the Mile High building that's under construction, and there's some crazy gunfights, and this may be the most challenging mission. I would say up there with some of the casino missions, this mission's a challenge as well. I find it harder to do than the finale itself, just because some of the enemies head glitching at the construction site behind some of the construction equipment, they will just laser you and they won't even poke their head out. There's good old Mason Duggan. He's all the way on the rooftop. So we need to go find a key card to get up to the roof. I would absolutely love to do this in stealth mode as long as I can, but I don't think I'm going to get lucky enough to be able to do this. We'll see. I mean, it is kind of hard to not alert any of these guards, I will be honest. All right, so let's take out these guys. There you can see the key card on the mini map. Perfect. One of these guys dropped it. And for good measure, let's take this homeboy out too. Grab that key card, get into the elevator, and ascend. And now, usually you can get through this part in stealth, but I will say, once I get up to the rooftop, or even the floor below it, which I think this elevator takes you to, there's just so many enemies, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see what I could do here. And there we go. We've been spotted. We've been alerted. It's GG, ladies and gentlemen. Between the drones, between all the enemies, this is going to be fun. These turrets, too, on this drone. Just make sure you corner peek in the right way just to take out the drone, because those will damage you. You know, you could be focused on other enemies, and then those guys will end up damaging you a ton. And it's just kind of GG after that. So we have to ascend one more elevator with the key card. So let's go ahead and swipe that and do it right now. All right, and the fun begins. Now for this, I'd like to, yeah, look at this. Oh my lord. Actually, I want to get behind this cover if I can. Look at that, I'm almost dead already. Hold up. This guy has a crazy angle on me, so let me make sure I can stay behind cover here. You just have to take it slow, especially if you play in free aim too. It's just of utmost importance that you just be patient with this mission. I've tried to just run through and face tank like other missions in this game, and you just can't. Even some of the casino missions where you're like really risking it by running through, this is just not that kind of mission. You have to play it slow. Okay. Oh. All right, you know, honestly, we're not doing too bad. I will be honest. Let's take out this drone. It looks like we got one more enemy, and then we have to go up the floor. Come on, you got to peek, buddy. Is he not? There we go. And see if we can headshot that guy. Nice. All right, let's work our way up the stairs. Oh, hello. He just did not pop up on the minimap until I was reloading, and he's just like right in front of me. There's even more guys up here too, so this will be fun. I'm gonna ignore this floor. Okay, he's getting into his helicopter. We gotta go chase these guys down. Now I think, I've actually just never tried to take it down from here. Oh no, we do have to follow Mason Duggan. We can't just use the railgun. Never mind. All right, let's see. Follow Mason Duggan, except, hello? Where is this guy? There we go. Oh, we just shot him off the roof. Sorry, bud. That sucks. And here we go. I want to get in my car. Oh, this isn't good. Turn. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Let's land. Perfect execution. Oh, you got to get up, boss. Let's use our shotgun for this. Take these guys out. Let's go over to Mason Duggan, boys. You don't have to kill everyone here. I'm just going to ignore them all, but I am going to drive over. That guy gave me a crazy speed boost, and then I crashed. That's tough. Hold up. Oh my god. The NPCs in this mission go crazy, too. Alright, now it's time to take this guy out. So what I'm going to do is park up right here. Get out immediately. Take some snacks and armor, since these guys weaken me quite a bit. There's one more enemy behind this truck I want to get rid of too before I climb the ladder so I don't get shot by him. And we just need to work our way up to the roof. I mean, if you've played through Chaz Lieberman Bounty, you've definitely been on this rooftop fighting enemies before. This mission's sort of similar in this spot, but we just need to come over here. Usually you're taking out the radio antenna right behind my character. I can't actually look back there, but in the Chaz Lieberman Bounty, you're like putting a bomb on the tower right there. But for this mission, we're coming onto this rooftop. So continue to snake our way through all these enemies. Oh god, yo, my character's not getting to cover for some reason. I was just spamming the button and nothing was happening. Let me take out the drone. I don't know why they're still sitting in the chopper. Not doing too bad. Okay, this was a lot easier this time around. I played this, I don't know, a couple months ago on live stream. It's been a minute since I've grinded the ULP missions, but it was a couple months ago, and I died a bunch of times in the construction site. I was like, I don't know why I keep getting absolutely game-ended over here. Because I was still trying to take cover and everything, but it just wasn't working out. Today, I'm glad for the purposes of the video. We've done a lot better. Take out Mason Duggan, grab the case, and let's bring it over to the drop-off. I am going to get on the ladder to get out of here. I do not want to fall all the way down. That is going to kill me. You're going to be fighting a few more enemies on the way out. A few pursuers, but no big deal. I'm actually going to take their Cara. This thing is pretty nice, let me tell you. 1.76 miles to the drop-off. Let's get there. By the time we get there, too, this will be about, like, what, a 9-minute mission? So we'll be making pretty solid money for this. I'm really curious what the final payout's going to be, because I think normally it's, like, 30-something K, maybe, 28 for, like, 5 minutes spent. So double money at almost 10 minutes spent. We should be making, like, what, 75K thereabouts? We'll see. My guess is going to be between $65,000 and $75,000. All right, here we go. We've arrived at the drop-off, and now we just gotta wait for the payout screen. So for, call it round numbers, a 10-minute mission, yeah, $76,800, which is not terrible, but it's also not amazing. I mean, that's $460,800 an hour, which, you know, some of the missions will take you less time, but I'm just going with that one. It took me about 10 minutes. We made the 76.8 grand. Almost $500,000 an hour. We're making just about the same amount of money with these missions as we are, say, for example, with the auto shop contracts. If you're playing those at a very casual pace and you're only making about $450K an hour with those, or the garment factory FIB files and you're making about $450,000 an hour with those as well. This kind of fits in kind of nice. That being said, they are contact missions. What would be nice though, same thing with the casino missions or the yacht missions or even these ULP missions, for example, right? All those storylines take you anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to complete. The ULP missions, especially first time, may take you almost 2 hours, but I think if you just go through all 5 missions back to to back to back, they'll still probably take you a little bit over an hour, hour and a half for most average players, casual playing, etc., unless you're like speedrunning with time saves. That being said, wouldn't it be nice if they paid the same amount as, say, a Cluck and Bell farm raid on like easy mode, so you make 500k for just going through the storyline, or if you play them all on hard mode, you make 750k, just like you do with the Oscar Guzman Flies Again questline? It would be nice, instead of them paying you out with contact mission payouts, it would be nice if they just saved the payout for the end, and then they gave you the lump sum, just like they give you with the No Way Out missions, or Cluck and Bell, or the Oscar Guzman Flies Again missions. I mean, with double money, you could see it's sort of coming into scope with that. Competitive-wise, when you're looking at money per hour, I know it's still less than Cluck and Bell on a per hourly basis, but it gets pretty close with double money. But with single money, you're only making half of that. You're making only about $230,000 an hour normally. So it would be really, really nice if we just got a Cluck and Ball farm raid 500k payout at the end of the storylines when it comes to those missions, like the ULP missions, or like I was saying, you know, it could be the other ones. It could be the yacht missions. Any of these. It could be any one of those storylines you could play through that have come out with DLCs. Not random contact missions, but when they're all bundled into one package in a DLC and one mission line and one quest line, that would be really cool. Next up, you'll see and notice that I'm inside of my car wash, and that is because my heat meter on the hands-on car wash is full. Now, you don't actually need to be here to do these missions. You could just be out in the open world and run either the car wash heat reduction jobs or even the money laundering operations from your phone, but I wanted to come in here and collect some of my wall safe money. But right now, my heat meter for this business is maxed out. We need to do a heat reduction job, and the legal money fronts operations this week are paying out triple money and triple RP. Unfortunately, it's not on the actual money laundering missions themselves, because that would be $105,000 per job instead of the usual 35k. It sucks that that's not what's on bonus. It's in fact the car wash, or if you're doing the Helitours business, it's the helicopter tour heat reduction job, or at the smoke on the water business, it is the actual grass delivery. Each one of these jobs pays you a couple grand normally, so we're just gonna check out and see how much money we can make with triple money. But of course, the intention of these missions isn't actually making money from them. So that's why I think it's kind of incoherent that Rockstar gave triple money for them. For the car wash itself, we essentially need to basically go grab a car, bring it to the car wash, and that's it. I could go hop on my oppressor if I wanted to. We're gonna take the Sparrow over there today because I'm just gonna jump out of the heli, go grab that car, and then essentially just go wash it. But like I was saying, normally these pay out a few $1,000s, so I'm curious to see just the maximum amount of money we can make with triple money for the triple money bonus. But like I was saying, these aren't the missions that you want to be farming with the businesses to make money. These are essentially an arbitrary cooldown that Rockstar added to the money laundering operations themselves, because you have your legal money fronts business, and then you're also laundering illegal money and dirty money through that business itself. And so every once in a while, you will need to reduce the heat. That's kind of like the lore of the game, and it's also Rockstar's way. Instead of giving you a cooldown in between each job you're doing, what they did was they essentially said, okay, instead of you completing one money laundering operation and then needing to wait, anywhere between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to start the next job, you can run them back to back to back. But eventually the heat meter on your business, whether it's smoke on the water, Higgins Helitours, or of course the hands-on car wash, will fill up, and you need to do one of these heat reduction jobs for that particular business to actually reduce the heat. I'm gonna go drive this car over there. We're gonna go wash it, try not to crash. So we're getting $3,000 on triple money normally, and look at that, I crash immediately. I love that. What is that grill stuck? What is going on? Why is that the grill of the car? Why is it like, what is going on with it? Beneath the skirt and the door, that's very bizarre. Anyways, let's bring it over to the car wash. This thing is super, super dirty. Let's wash it up and bring it back. And now, of course, you're probably thinking, wow, what a waste of a money bonus, right? Because this is basically nothing. And I never even bother trying to keep the car in perfect condition for this, because I'm only doing these missions to reduce the heat on that business so I can continue running money laundering operations. There is some sort of tip and trick in order to skip this cutscene of bringing the vehicle through. When I was first able to trigger, I parked it slightly on a diagonal facing that left grate, or I guess the one to the right of the vehicle from this angle right here, while it's going through the car wash. And if you angled it sort of facing the street, it would skip the cutscene because the car would bug out and you wouldn't have to drive it through, but it would clean your car, it would count as completed, then you just bring it back. But I don't know either if that got patched or if I'm just not doing it correctly anymore. So if you guys have any tips and tricks to leave to players in the comments, definitely let them know. But that's pretty much the mission here. We just got to bring it back and get our money. Of course, that's not really the point. For some reason, Rockstar is giving triple money on it. Honestly, despite it being just a legitimate job and a heat reduction job, it would have been nice at the very least to even make like 10 or 15k from it. Because if you think about it, it's like, okay, why would they pay you any crazy amount of money for just washing a car, right? A car wash doesn't cost you $10,000 or $15,000. Yeah, does it cost you $3,000? Does it even cost you $1,000 on single money? No. Especially that kind of drive-through car wash, absolutely not. Unless you're getting like a full crazy detail for a big SUV, you're getting the clay bar treatment and ceramic coating and all that. Yeah, definitely not. But anyways, that is just one of the bonuses included with this week. So if you want to continue farming the actual money front missions, you need to do these jobs, and they are paying out triple money and triple RP for this week. I gotta say, that's a crazy shirt this guy has on. He looks like Johnny Drama from season 6 of Entourage when he was walking around with like the red and black tank top. Dude was looking like the COD 4 Red Tiger camo. That's crazy. Anyways, on to the next activity. Now, another thing I wanted to mention for these heat reduction jobs, it's aside from the fact, it's a weird thing this week because the heat reduction jobs are on triple money, right? But the weekly challenge is just any missions at all, just 3 jobs total for the hands-on car wash, and these apply to both the heat reduction jobs, because I just did one of them, and then I just did 2 money laundering operations now that my heat has been reduced, right? So I was getting paid for doing those missions just like you normally would be when you're grinding this content, but you're also making $100,000 from the weekly challenge. You might as well do the heat reduction jobs anyway whenever you have max heat on the car wash. Continue farming these and at least just do a couple of them, because those will count towards the progress completion of your weekly challenge. We are going to be wrapping everything up right here though, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did want to enjoy or found the information helpful, consider dropping a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you want to see more GTA 5 online content just like this. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys enjoy tomorrow's video, 10 a.m. Central Time. Adios, amigos.